For the gamer looking for high resolutions, refresh rates, and low response times without blowing the bank, I may just have the perfect monitor for your setup coming up next in my review of the ViewSonic XG2401 gaming monitor. So like many of you, or even a few of you, I've been a longtime customer of ViewSonic from way back in the clunky CRT days. Even though we have came a long ways from the heavy boat anchors of yesterday, this thing really has some definite girth when it comes to screen real estate. So when I heard about the release of the XG gaming monitor series from ViewSonic, I knew I had to get my hands on a review sample to give it a try for myself. But to be clear, this is just a review sample, not sponsored, not a sponsored video. I do not in any way get paid by ViewSonic, so just so we're clear there. But after getting my hands on this, I most likely will have to pick one of these up for myself. So first, let's hop into the unboxing, and next we will get into the specs just to show you the pure might and beauty of this monitor. So thank you for patiently awaiting like a little kid waiting for Christmas. But let's get right on into the specs now, shall we? This is the XG2401 Full HD LED gaming monitor. This is a 24-inch TFT active matrix LCD with an LED backlight, most commonly referred to as a TN LCD panel. The difference between IPS panels and TN panels are that TN panels are less expensive and more commonly used in gaming monitors. They also commonly have better response times as well. This is really needed in a good gaming monitor, as you might understand. The resolution of this monitor is a full HD resolution, so that's 1920 by 1080, which stands for a full HD. If you want to go QHD, or what is known as Quad HD, that's what QHD stands for, then you would need to go to a 2560 by 1440 resolution, and even higher yet to go 4K. You would want to be looking for something like a 3840 by 2160 if you wanted to have a 4K resolution. So this is a contrast ratio of a 1000 to 1. Viewing angles are quite nice as well on this display, with a 170 degree horizontal and 160 degree vertical viewing angle, which makes it easy to view from almost any angle. If you want a much higher viewing angle but can afford lower response times, you need to look for more of an IPS panel. The IPS panel provides a lower response time, but yet you can get a much higher viewing angle or wider viewing angle. So this monitor sits atop a VESA compatible stand with height and angle adjustments for different positions, and to help arrange just the right viewing angle, the stand packs a turntable on the bottom so that you're always able to reposition with ease. This is really nice because you can turn the monitor and not have to worry about completely moving things around. It just swivels with a very nice ease. So that I thought was a pretty good thing to add to the bottom of a stand. As I mentioned before, at the beginning of this video, ViewSonic made the XG2401 with perfection in mind for gaming. So the 1 millisecond response time with 144 hertz refresh rate, as well as providing compatibility with the AMD FreeSync technology, is really what I think makes this monitor really great. If you don't know about the FreeSync technology by AMD, that's more for where you can get away from screen tearing at high refresh rates. So screen tearing is where you get some artifacts on your screen and it looks literally like your screen is tearing apart. And this always happens, or this can happen at really high refresh rates and during gaming sessions. So you want to avoid that. Get yourself an AMD FreeSync monitor. Obviously that's only compatible with AMD graphics cards and such. If you need to go the NVIDIA route with your graphics cards, which I'm more of a, have preference more toward the NVIDIA side, but the NVIDIA cards have a technology called G-Sync. A lot of times the G-Sync monitors are a little bit higher priced, so be mindful of that when you want to try to pick one of those up. But again, I don't really recommend you having to spend that much unless you are a very avid gamer and you game a lot, even playing esports and some of those things. That's probably where you're starting to get into that spectrum. So the panel is also covered with an anti-glare hard coating, which makes it nice if you're in a place with a lot of light behind you, such as a window, sun shining in, and things like that. Also, ViewSonic didn't really stop short on the premium quality for inputs and outputs. This monitor is supporting 2 HDMI and 1 DisplayPort for input. Also 2 USB 3.0 inputs and 1 USB 3.0 output. And a 3.5mm headphone jack as well. Most importantly, there are 2 2-watt speakers on this monitor. It comes on the back side, more toward the top. They're not really high power, as you can imagine, at being a 2-watt, but it does provide sound. So I feel it's a nice feature when you want to take off your headphones. Maybe you don't have an expensive audio setup for your computer. So let's get into a demo of the menu a little. Right here, guys. So press one of the number keys on the bottom. If you press the center up key, that's going to bring you to this menu here. That gives you the ability to select your different game modes or presets that you might have on that monitor as well. You get up to 3 different presets you can customize yourself, plus the standard out of the box ones that are set for you. So you get into this, you can set your response times to ultra fast and set those high gaming, or set those gaming modes up really high if you want. Turn on the different black authorizations in there to help those blacks look where they don't take over the screen and don't go too dark on the screen as well. So the menu here is very simple to use. You've got your typical volume controls, you've got audio, different color controls, and other things as well. And if you want to get into this screen, you have to press the 1 key and that's going to take you in. Then you get the prompts at the bottom of that screen to either hit 2 for enter or 1 for exit, and then you navigate up and down through these menus here. Very easy to use. And the next thing is, if you press the down key and you're not in a menu, that's going to change your inputs, so you go between your 2 HDMI ports and your DVI port as well. And then if you hold down on the 1 key for a certain period of time, just a few seconds, that's going to do the auto resize of your screen. So maybe you plugged it in after you turned on your computer and you noticed maybe it's offset or something like that. You can hold down on that and that's going to reset everything for you. If you want high resolutions and high refresh rates, be sure to use a monitor that supports DisplayPort. And also make sure your graphics card or computer is capable of outputting using a DisplayPort. However, if your PC only supports HDMI, you will not be able to support the full 144 Hz refresh rate this monitor can provide. So DisplayPort supports a higher refresh rate than HDMI, but most people do not need to move to DisplayPort for a resolution alone unless you go up to QHD or 4K. So I hope you liked this video, guys. If you did, hit the like button down below, and also if you didn't, obviously hit the dislike button. So leave some comments down below if you want to see more in future videos about a particular topic or anything else, or even if you have some ideas for future videos as well. Check out more on this monitor in the link in the description down below. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button to the channel to not miss upcoming content in the future, especially more PC building and gaming content that I'm working on providing, hopefully in the very near future. So subscribe, stay tuned for the new exciting things coming up to the channel, and we will catch you next time on the next video.